Okay, hello everyone. As mentioned in the last video, in this session, I'm going to talk about the remaining four myths that generate and perpetuate the global health crisis. Now, remember we said that a myth is a widely held but false belief or a misrepresentation of the truth. Okay, so on to myth number 5, which states that building more hospitals and clinics will solve a country's healthcare problems. Now, again, this is not true. I'm sure you will agree that concrete structures, do not get and keep people healthy and well. And of course, nor do they optimize health and wellness. Now, I'll leave you to decide upon the wisdom or the logic of building more and more hospitals and clinics. Anyway, let's move on to the next myth, which is that pharmaceutical drugs prevent or cure the root causes of illness and disease or disease and dysfunction. Now, the truth is that, drugs can be quite dangerous. Not only do pharmaceutical drugs not prevent the root causes of illness and disease or disease and dysfunction, but in many cases, they actually make those who use them more sick, thanks to their unwanted side effects. And even worse, in many cases, pharmaceutical drugs actually kill their users. Every year, hundreds of thousands of people and more likely millions die from using them. Now, I'm not saying that pharmaceutical drugs, should not be used at all. They do have their place in treatment. In an emergency situation, for example, pharmaceutical drugs are often required to quickly relieve suffering. For example, in a patient suffering from acute pain or severe pain. But I have a problem, with the unnecessary use and in many instances, the abuse of these synthetic chemicals for problems which could be solved, without their use at all. Another point to make here is that not enough research has been done on treating medical emergencies, by natural means. So for now, we have to be satisfied, I suppose, with the allopathic approach to medical emergencies, unfortunately. Anyway, myth number 7 states that only your doctor or pharmaceutical drugs or health authorities can heal people. Now, in other words, people have no role in their own health and well-being. Now, this is not true once again. In essence, the only entity that can really heal a person is the person themselves, with God's help, of course. Now, people have everything, within themselves to solve their problems, be these diseases or dysfunctions. And we must remember that the mind and body are intimately connected. They're inseparable and they cannot be separated. And the mind actually plays a huge role in healing the body. And without the person's intention to get better, overcome an illness, they actually won't. Without the intention and commitment to optimize, your health and wellness, you won't. So without intention and commitment, people won't take the necessary action to achieve these goals. So this is very important to remember. Now, human beings obviously have vast potential, and optimizing their health and wellness is part of realizing this vast potential. Of course, people, many people require assistance with the healing and becoming healthy and well. And this is where their holistic doctor or their health and wellness guide comes in to advise and guide them through these processes. In other words, what I'm saying is that health and wellness oriented doctors and guides or coaches can help people as they travel along the path to health and wellness, but they cannot heal them. Healing is dependent on the person who is committed, to becoming healthy and well. I hope I made myself clear there. Okay, now on to myth number 8, which is that conventional medicine is advanced state-of-the-art medicine. And sadly, Western medicine is backwards in many respects, as you may have realized, and not as advanced as what many, if not most people, perceive it to be. For example, it does not meaningfully acknowledge the role of nutrition in preventing disease and does not seem to understand the significant differences between living and dead food. It also fails to largely acknowledge the mind-body connection, as I mentioned, in disease and healing. And it does not acknowledge the bioenergy field of living systems. Okay, so that's it. We've come to the end of the myths which I wanted to inform you about, and I hope you found this information interesting. Thanks for your time.